Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Leaves Whisper. Tonight, I have a story that will make you question what's real and what's not. K, a Hmong-American man in his 30s, takes a job cataloging an old family farmhouse in Roseville, Minnesota. Alone in the house with just his tent and supplies, he begins to notice strange noises, shadows, and whispers, things that make him question reality itself. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video if you enjoy eerie, immersive ghost stories. And if you have a story that you'd like to be told, check the description box for details on how to submit it. Alright, let's get into the story. My name's Kay. I'm 32. I never liked the way my parents lived. The Hmong traditions, the shamanic rituals, they never felt like me. I tried for years attending ceremonies and following the rules, but it never quite fits. It just seems off to me. I converted to Christianity in my 20s, believing God could protect me, believing in a path I could choose for myself. I didn't think much about ghosts back then. Not really. But that summer in the Hollow Creek, maybe I should have. I took a temp job with a small estate liquidations company out of Minneapolis. My job was simple: go through old rural properties, photograph what's left, and log the items for auction. I'd done a dozen of these before. Empty houses, dust, silence never bothered me. The house in Hollow Creek was supposed to be the same, just another job, but it wasn't. The first day, I walked through rooms thick with dust, heavy air that smelled moldy, floorboards grown under my boots. I told myself it was normal for a decaying house. I realized there wasn't anywhere to sleep. No bed, no furniture I could use. I unpacked my gear from the car: tent, sleeping bag, even a small inflatable mattress, and set it up in the living room right under the broken light fixture that flickered when I touched the switch. I figured if the house was creepy, at least I could retreat into my little cocoon. That night, I couldn't sleep. The air pressed down on me, cold and heavy. I finally dozed off, tucked into my sleeping bag inside the tent, when I dreamed of her. She was at the end of a hallway I didn't recognize. Bare feet, hair tangled, pale skin glowing faintly. Her face was just shadows and light. I could feel her eyes on me. She whispered, "Hello?" I woke drenched in sweat, heart hammering. The house was silent, too silent, but I could still hear it. Faint, almost right beside me. The next day, the house felt different. Shadows in corners seemed darker. Floorboards groaned as if responding to me. My faith kept me telling myself, God is with me. This is nothing. That night, I dreamed again. Same woman, same hallway. She was closer. I could hear her breathing. I wanted to run, but my body wouldn't move. I was pinned in the dream, trapped. I woke gasping. The tent felt damp, cold. Something had been standing over me. My hands shook. My chest ached. By the third night, I stopped dreaming. Or maybe I was too afraid to remember. Lying in the dark, the house was silent. No wind, no groans, nothing. And then came the whisper, clear this time, right beside my ear. You stayed. I didn't move, couldn't move. I didn't even want to. I knew then I wasn't alone. I didn't sleep that night. My tent felt smaller somehow, like the air was thicker inside it. Every creak of the old house made me jump. The wind outside was quiet, but the house kept breathing, soft cracks, groans, and something that sounded like slow footsteps on wood. I told myself it was just the age of the place. just air moving through empty rooms. But deep down, I knew better. By morning, I had enough. I called my parents. Mom, I think something's wrong with this house, I said, rubbing the side of my head. I hear things moving around. I swear. This place feels haunted. Maybe someone died here. She went quiet. You're talking like the old folks again, she finally said. Don't let fear make you see what's not there. My dad's voice came on next, steady but distant. Kay, pray if you're scared. Don't let those thoughts get inside. You turned to God for a reason, remember? I'm praying, Dad, I said, but this doesn't feel like imagination. They both went silent for a bit before my mom said softly, Then come home. I didn't answer right away. I couldn't. The job wasn't done. That night, I tried again to sleep in the tent. I zipped it up all the way, trying to feel safe. The flashlight sat next to me, half dead but still glowing. For a while, it was quiet. Then, I started hearing it. Drip, drip, drip. It hit the top of the tent. Slow, steady. I froze. I turned off the light, listening harder. Drip, drip, drip. No rain outside. The floor wasn't wet. I unzipped the flap just a little, just enough to peek out. The room was still dark. Nothing. But the sound didn't stop. It moved, closer now, above me, like it was coming from the ceiling itself. I couldn't tell what it was, couldn't see it. Just those drops hitting the fabric over my head. I whispered, Hello? But the sound stopped the moment I spoke. Then something else, soft footsteps, right outside the tent. Slow, careful, like someone barefoot. I didn't move, I didn't breathe. Minutes passed, maybe hours. I don't remember, but I swear before dawn came, I heard someone whisper, just one word, right next to my ear. Please, stay. I didn't sleep again that night. Somewhere in my mind, I remember my mom's words. She was looking for someone who might understand this. I whispered a prayer, but not just to God this time. Please, don't let me be alone tonight. The room faded. My eyelids grew heavy. For the first time in days, I drifted into sleep. When I opened my eyes, everything was different. The house wasn't empty anymore. The walls were clean, bright, freshly painted. Sunlight poured through white curtain. There was a sofa, a small dining table, photos on the wall, and her, standing in the kitchen, smiling at me. She looked maybe in her 30s, her dark hair tied back, a floral dress that swayed as she walked. She smiled like she knew me. Honey, she said softly, you're awake. My chest tightened. The word hit me like a punch. Honey. I blinked, confused. Who are you? She frowned. Don't be silly, she said gently. You promised you wouldn't work so late. Breakfast is ready. I looked around, heart pounding. The furniture looked new, but familiar somehow, like I'd seen it before in the photos I was cataloging earlier. Then I heard footsteps down the hallway. Heavy, slow. A man appeared, a gentleman, maybe in his 50s, wearing an old button-up shirt, sleeves roll high. His face was tense, eyes wide with panic. He looked straight at me. Get out, he said, voice trembling. I took a step back. What? He started running toward me. The woman's smile vanished. She whispered something I couldn't hear. The man grabbed my shirt, his fingers cold as ice, pulling me close enough to smell the dust and sweat on him. His voice broke into a yell, raw and desperate. This is not your house. This is not where you belong. The world tilted. The walls began to flicker, furniture dissolving into shadows. The woman screamed, not angry, but mournful, and reached for me as everything went black. I woke up gasping. Bright lights, beeping, white walls. I was in a hospital bed. My arms were bruised, my voice hoarse. A nurse rushed in, calling for a doctor. I tried to ask what happened, but the words wouldn't come out. When my mom arrived hours later, her eyes were red. She said they found me unconscious in the living room of that old house. My tent was torn open, my gear scattered across the floor. The doctors said exhaustion, maybe stress, maybe something else. The company called a few days later. They told me I was fired for failing to complete the cataloging of the hollow house. I listened quietly. I didn't care. I survived. I woke up. I was alive. That was enough. I met the man when I got out. I thanked the shaman who helped me. He explained to me that I had encountered an evil spirit who wanted someone to stay with her in her afterlife. I became her target. Now I work nights at a factory, a shift manager overseeing the floor. I'm tired, sure, but I'm alive. I go home each morning to my small apartment, make coffee, and thank God I made it through. Some nights I still hear faint whispers in my dreams, but I don't think about the job. I think about life and surviving. Thank you for listening to tonight's story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to help support the channel. And remember, if you have a story you'd like to see told, check the description box for instructions. Your experience could be the next chilling tale we share. Until next time, keep your lights on and listen closely, because some things in the dark are still watching.